Welcome back to the Real English Fluency. Have you ever promised yourself, tomorrow I'll change my life, but tomorrow always looks exactly the same? Deep inside, you know what to do, but somehow you still waste time, lose focus, and feel guilty at night. The truth is, discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you build step by step. And in this video, I will show you how ordinary people become mentally strong, focused, and unstoppable, even when they feel lazy, distracted, and unmotivated. Watch this video till the end, because one small mindset shift in the final chapter can completely change the way you control your life forever. And before we start, comment below honestly. What destroys your discipline the most? Laziness, phone addiction, overthinking, or inconsistency? Chapter 1. Why most people fail to stay disciplined even when they really want success. Have you ever noticed something strange about your life? At night, you feel motivated. You tell yourself that tomorrow will be different. You say, tomorrow I will wake up early. Tomorrow I will focus. Tomorrow I will stop wasting time. For a few minutes, you truly believe it. You feel excited. You imagine a better version of yourself. More confident, more productive, more successful. But then tomorrow comes. You wake up late. You check your phone. One video becomes 10 videos. One small distraction steals your whole day, and at night the guilt comes back again. This cycle hurts more than people realize, because slowly you stop trusting yourself. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your confidence becomes weaker. You start thinking maybe you're lazy, maybe you're not strong enough, maybe success is only for other people. But listen carefully, that is not true. Most people are not lazy. They are distracted. They are mentally tired. They are overloaded, and they are living in a world designed to destroy focus. Think about your day honestly. The moment you wake up, your brain gets attacked. Notifications, messages, social media, short videos, entertainment, noise everywhere. Your mind never gets peace. Your attention gets pulled in different directions every single minute. And after some time, your brain becomes addicted to easy pleasure. That is why discipline feels difficult. Your brain wants comfort. It wants easy dopamine. It wants things that feel good right now. Watching videos feels easier than studying. Sleeping feels easier than working. Scrolling feels easier than improving your life. And slowly, comfort becomes a trap. The dangerous thing about comfort is this: it does not destroy your life in one day. It destroys your future little by little, quietly, slowly, without noise. One wasted day does not look dangerous. But what about one wasted year? That is where fear begins. Right now, many people watching this video secretly feel frustrated with themselves. Maybe you also feel it. You know you can do more in life. You know you have potential, but something keeps stopping you. You start goals but never finish them. You get excited quickly but quit quickly too. And the worst feeling is not failure. The worst feeling is knowing you could do better but still staying stuck. That feeling hurts deeply, because deep inside, nobody wants to live an average life. Nobody wants to look back years later and realize they wasted their time. But this is exactly what happens when discipline is missing. Let me tell you something important. Discipline is not about becoming perfect overnight. It is not about waking up at 5 a.m. tomorrow and suddenly changing your entire life. That is what many people try to do. They become overmotivated for 2 days. They make huge plans, big routines, big goals, big promises. But after a few days, everything falls apart again. Why? Because motivation is temporary. Feelings change every day. Some days you feel powerful. Some days you feel tired. Some days you feel sad. If your whole life depends on motivation, you will always be inconsistent. Real discipline starts when you learn to act even when you do not feel like it. That is the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. Both feel lazy sometimes. Both feel tired sometimes. Both feel unmotivated sometimes. But one person stops. The other person continues. Now imagine two people. The first person waits for motivation every day. They only work when they feel ready. Most of the time, they waste hours thinking, planning, and delaying action. The second person also feels lazy, also feels tired, but they still take small action every day, even when they do not feel perfect. Now imagine both people after 1 year. The first person stays the same habits, same excuses, same regrets. The second person becomes stronger, smarter, more confident, more disciplined. Not because they were more talented, because they stayed consistent. This is what most people do not understand. Your future is not created by one big moment. Your future is created by small daily actions repeated again and again. Every day, your habits are building your future life. Every day, you are becoming someone. The scary part is this: most people do not even notice they are destroying their own future. They think they still have time. They think they will become serious later. Next month, next year, someday. But someday is dangerous, because someday often becomes never. And this is why discipline matters so much. Discipline protects your future from your temporary emotions. Let's talk about something very important now. Dopamine. Do not worry. I will explain it simply. Dopamine is the chemical in your brain connected to pleasure and rewards. Every time you scroll social media, watch short videos, eat junk food, or get quick entertainment, your brain gets small dopamine hits. And after some time, your brain starts craving easy pleasure all the time. That is why focusing on boring but important tasks feels difficult. Your brain becomes trained to want instant rewards. This is why many people cannot focus anymore. They pick up their phone every few minutes. They cannot sit quietly. They cannot study for long. They cannot stay patient. Their attention becomes weak. And when attention becomes weak, discipline becomes weak too. Successful people understand this deeply. They protect their attention carefully because attention controls life. Whatever controls your attention controls your future. Right now, ask yourself honestly, how many goals have you restarted? How many unfinished plans are sitting inside your mind? How many times have you said, "This time I will change," but nothing changed? These questions are painful, but they are important, because awareness is the first step toward change. And here is something powerful you must remember. Feeling bad about yourself will not improve your life. Taking action will. Even tiny action matters. One focused hour matters. One good habit matters. One disciplined decision matters. Many people think discipline means becoming hard and emotionless. That is not true. Discipline is actually an act of self-respect. It means you care enough about your future that you stop destroying it with bad habits. And the beautiful thing is this: nobody is born disciplined. Every disciplined person was once distracted. Every focused person was once inconsistent. Every successful person once struggled too. They simply trained themselves slowly, and you can do the same. But before you become disciplined, you must first understand one important truth. Big life changes do not begin with giant actions. They begin with very small daily habits that almost look unimportant in the beginning. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about in the next chapter. Chapter 2: The Power of Small Habits That Quietly Transform Your Entire Life. Most people think successful people wake up one morning completely changed. They think disciplined people are naturally strong, naturally focused, and naturally hardworking. But the truth is very different. Real discipline is built slowly, very slowly. It does not happen in one night. It happens through small actions repeated again and again until they become part of your life. This is where many people fail. They ignore small habits because they want fast results. They want instant change. They want motivation that changes everything immediately. But life does not work like that. Big success is built from small daily actions that look unimportant in the beginning. Think about this carefully. If someone studies for only 10 minutes every day, it may not look powerful in one day. But after 1 year, that person becomes completely different. If someone exercises for only a few minutes daily, the body slowly changes. If someone reads a few pages every day, their knowledge grows quietly. Small habits look weak at first, but over time they become powerful. This is exactly how discipline works. Many people destroy their progress because they try to change everything at once. One day they become extremely motivated. They create huge routines. They plan to wake up early, work out, study for hours, eat healthy food, stop using social media, and completely transform their life in one day. For 2 or 3 days they feel excited, but after some time, the pressure becomes too heavy. Their energy drops. Their motivation disappears. Then they quit everything and feel disappointed again. This is why consistency is more important than intensity. Doing small actions every day is better than doing huge actions once in a while. Your brain trusts repetition more than motivation. Imagine planting a seed into the ground. On the first day, nothing changes. On the second day, nothing changes. Even after 1 week, you still cannot see anything. Most people become impatient during this stage. They think nothing is happening, so they quit. But underground, the roots are growing silently. Real growth is happening where nobody can see it. Discipline works exactly the same way. In the beginning, your progress is invisible. But slowly, your mind becomes stronger. Your focus improves. Your confidence grows. Your habits begin shaping your identity. This is why you must stop looking for fast transformation. Focus on small daily wins, because small wins create momentum, and momentum changes lives. One of the easiest ways to build discipline is by starting extremely small, so small that your brain cannot make excuses. If studying for 1 hour feels difficult, start with 2 minutes. If exercising feels hard, start with 5 push-ups. If reading feels boring, read 1 page. The goal in the beginning is not perfection. The goal is showing up consistently. This is called the 2-minute rule. It sounds simple, but it is powerful. Most people fail because starting feels difficult. Once you begin, continuing becomes easier. The hardest part is often the first few minutes. A person who studies for 2 minutes today is building more discipline than a person who only thinks about studying. Action creates motivation, not the opposite. Another powerful trick is connecting new habits with habits you already do every day. For example, after brushing your teeth, you can read 1 page of a book. After drinking morning tea, you can write your goals. After dinner, you can spend 10 minutes learning a skill. This method helps your brain remember habits more easily because the old habit becomes a reminder for the new one. But there is another important thing people ignore. Your environment controls your behavior more than you realize. If your phone is beside you all day, distraction becomes easy. If junk food is always in front of you, unhealthy eating becomes easy. If your room is messy, your mind often feels messy too. Many people blame themselves when the real problem is their environment. Disciplined people make good habits easier and bad habits harder. That is why some people keep their phones away while studying. That is why some people prepare their workout clothes before sleeping. That is why some people clean their room before starting work. Small environmental changes make discipline easier. You do not need stronger motivation all the time. Sometimes you simply need fewer distractions, and this is where life quietly changes. At first, Small habits feel boring. You may think they are too simple to matter, but every time you complete a small habit, something important happens inside your mind. You start proving to yourself that you can stay consistent. Slowly, trust in yourself begins growing again. Confidence does not come from motivational speeches. Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. Even tiny promises matter. Imagine a person who wakes up every day and completes small positive habits. They drink water in the morning. They exercise a little. They study daily. They control distractions better. 1 month later, that person feels slightly different. 3 months later, people notice changes. 1 year later, their whole life looks different. Not because of one big moment, because of small disciplined actions repeated daily. Now think about the opposite life. A person who keeps delaying everything. A person who keeps choosing comfort. A person who wastes hours every day without thinking about the future. At first, the damage looks small. But after years, regret becomes heavy. This is why every small decision matters more than you think. Every time you choose discipline, you are building a stronger future version of yourself. Every time you choose distraction, you are feeding weakness. There is a silent war happening inside you every day. Your future self wants growth. Your current self wants comfort. And your daily habits decide who wins. The beautiful thing is this: you do not need to become perfect today. You do not need to completely change your life overnight. You only need to become slightly better every day. Tiny improvements may look small now, but over time they create massive transformation. Never underestimate the power of repeated action. Water can cut through rock, not because it is powerful once, but because it flows continuously. Your habits work the same way. And remember this carefully: discipline is not built during huge motivational moments. It is built during ordinary moments nobody sees. When you wake up and still do the work. When you feel lazy but still continue. When you feel distracted but still focus for a few minutes. These quiet moments slowly shape your identity. But even after building good habits, many people still struggle because there is another powerful enemy constantly attacking their discipline every single day: their own emotions and distractions. And in the next chapter, you will understand how to control your mind before your mind controls you. Chapter 3: How to control your mind, emotions, and distractions before they control you. Most people think discipline is about controlling the body. They think it is about waking up early, working hard, or following routines. But the truth is much deeper. Real discipline is emotional. If you cannot control your emotions, you will struggle to control your actions. This is why so many people fail even when they know exactly what to do. Think about your own life carefully. Most of the time, you do not quit because the task is impossible. You quit because of how you feel. Sometimes you feel tired, sometimes you feel bored, sometimes you feel stressed, sometimes you feel sad. And in those moments, your brain searches for escape. That is why people scroll social media for hours. That is why people keep delaying work. That is why people eat unhealthy food even when they know it is bad for them. Many bad habits are emotional reactions. People are not always looking for pleasure. Sometimes they are simply trying to escape discomfort. This is something many people never understand. Emotional laziness is real, mental exhaustion is real, and modern life makes it even worse. Today, people are constantly distracted. The brain never gets rest. Every few minutes there is a notification, a message, a video, or some new entertainment. Slowly, people lose the ability to sit quietly with their thoughts. Even 5 minutes of silence feels uncomfortable. That is dangerous because growth often requires discomfort. Success requires patience. Learning requires focus. Discipline requires emotional control. But modern life trains people to avoid all discomfort instantly. The moment boredom appears, they open their phone. The moment stress appears, they seek distraction. The moment work feels difficult, they postpone it. And slowly, this behavior becomes automatic. Then one day, people look at their life and wonder why they are not progressing. The truth is painful. Many dreams are destroyed by distractions, not by lack of talent. Think about how powerful focus really is. A focused person can improve their life faster than someone who is talented but distracted all the time. But today, focus has become rare. People cannot even watch one video fully without checking something else. They cannot study peacefully for 20 minutes. Their attention is broken into pieces, and attention is one of the most valuable things in life. Whatever controls your attention controls your future. This is why disciplined people protect their mind carefully. Now listen carefully to this because it can change your life. Disciplined people also feel lazy, they also feel tired, they also feel unmotivated. The difference is they do not obey every emotion. This is one of the most important lessons you will ever learn. Feelings are temporary, but decisions create permanent results. You may feel lazy for 1 hour, but if you skip your goals every time you feel lazy, your future suffers permanently. This is why emotional control matters so much. Imagine a student preparing for exams. One student studies only when they feel motivated. Another student studies even on difficult days. At first, both students look similar. But after months, their lives become completely different. Small emotional decisions shape destiny. And here is something important. Your mind will always try to protect you from discomfort. It wants safety. It wants easy pleasure. It wants rest. That is normal. But if you always listen to your mind, you will stay trapped in the same place forever. Growth begins when you learn to act despite discomfort, not extreme discomfort, small discomfort, the discomfort of focusing, the discomfort of waking up early, the discomfort of saying no to distractions, the discomfort of being patient. These small, uncomfortable moments build mental strength. One powerful technique is called delayed gratification. This simply means learning to wait before giving yourself pleasure. For example, instead of checking your phone immediately, finish your work first. Instead of watching videos for hours, complete one important task first. This trains your brain to stop chasing instant rewards all the time. At first, this feels difficult, but slowly your mind becomes stronger. Another simple technique is the 5-second rule. The moment you know you should do something, count backward in your mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then move immediately before overthinking begins. Because overthinking destroys action. Many people are not stuck because they lack ability. They are stuck because they think too much and act too little. Action creates momentum. Waiting creates fear. You also need moments of silence in your life. Many people are constantly consuming information but never listening to their own mind. Try sitting quietly for a few minutes daily. Breathe deeply. Put the phone away. Let your mind slow down. This helps more than people realize. Even writing your thoughts in a notebook can help. Sometimes your mind feels heavy because too many thoughts are trapped inside. Writing creates mental clarity. Disciplined people often organize their thoughts instead of letting emotions control them. Meditation can also help, even if you are a beginner. You do not need to become perfect at it. Simply sit quietly and focus on your breathing for a few minutes. At first, your mind will wander everywhere. That is normal. But slowly, your focus improves. And stronger focus creates stronger discipline. Now let's talk honestly about social media. Social media is not always bad, but uncontrolled social media is dangerous. Short videos train your brain to seek constant stimulation. Your brain becomes addicted to fast entertainment. Then normal activities like studying, reading, or working feel boring. This is why many people cannot focus anymore. Their brain has become addicted to speed, but real success often grows slowly. That is why patient people win in life. Imagine someone who spends years waiting for the perfect mood before starting. They keep saying, "I will begin when I feel ready," but the perfect mood never comes. Years pass, dreams stay unfinished. Now imagine another person who starts imperfectly. They feel nervous. They feel distracted, but they still begin. Slowly they improve. Slowly they grow stronger. Slowly their life changes. The second person wins not because they are special. They win because they take action despite imperfect emotions. Right now, ask yourself something honestly. What if your biggest enemy is not lack of talent? What if your biggest enemy is lack of focus? What if distractions are stealing your future little by little every single day? These are difficult questions, but they matter because awareness creates change. And here is the beautiful truth about discipline. Discipline is freedom. Without discipline, your emotions control your life. Your moods control your actions. Your distractions control your future. But with discipline, you gain freedom. Freedom from constant guilt. Freedom from wasted time. Freedom from unhealthy habits. Freedom from regret. Disciplined people feel proud of themselves because they know they are moving forward even on difficult days. And once you begin controlling your mind, your confidence changes completely. But there is still one major problem many people face. What happens when you fail? What happens when you lose consistency? What happens when you fall back into old habits again? Most people quit completely after failure. But in the next chapter, you will learn why failure is not the end of discipline. In fact, failure can become the very thing that makes you mentally stronger than ever before. Chapter 4: Why Failure, Pain, and Repetition Are Secretly Building a Stronger Version of You. One of the biggest reasons people fail in life is not because they are weak. It is because they believe failure means the journey is over. The moment they make a mistake, they become disappointed in themselves. They miss one workout and suddenly stop exercising for weeks. They waste one day and suddenly believe they ruined everything. They break one good habit and slowly return to old behaviors again. This mindset destroys more dreams than failure itself. Listen carefully. Failure is normal. Every disciplined person fails. Every successful person struggles. Every confident person once felt weak too. The difference is simple: they did not stop forever. Most people think disciplined people never lose motivation. They imagine successful people waking up excited every single day, always focused, always productive, always perfect. But real life does not work like that. Even disciplined people have bad days. Even successful people feel tired. Even strong people feel like quitting sometimes. The real secret is not avoiding failure. The real secret is learning how to return after failure. That changes everything. Think about a baby learning to walk. The baby falls again and again. But imagine if the baby said, "I failed once, so maybe walking is not for me." That sounds ridiculous, right? But this is exactly what adults do with their goals. One failure makes them doubt themselves completely. Growth does not happen in a straight line. Real growth is messy. Some days you win, some days you struggle. Some days you feel powerful, some days you feel completely lost. But every time you continue after difficulty, your mind becomes stronger. Pain teaches lessons comfort never can. Many people watching this video secretly feel frustrated because they have restarted their goals many times. Maybe you promised yourself you would change this year. Maybe you promised yourself you would become more focused, more healthy, more disciplined. But after some time, old habits returned again, and now a dangerous thought enters your mind. Maybe I cannot change. But that thought is false. You are not failing because change is impossible. You are failing because change takes repetition. Nobody becomes disciplined instantly. The brain changes slowly through repeated actions. This is why identity matters so much. Instead of saying, I want to become disciplined, start saying, I am becoming a disciplined person. That small change matters deeply because your identity shapes your actions. When someone believes they are lazy, they continue acting lazy. When someone believes they are weak, they avoid difficult things. But when someone starts seeing themselves as a person who grows, improves, and learns from mistakes, their behavior slowly changes too. Your mind always tries to act according to the story you believe about yourself. So change the story. Do not say, I always fail. Say, I am learning consistency. Do not say, I have no discipline. Say, I am building discipline step by step. Words matter more than people realize. Now let's talk honestly about perfectionism. Perfectionism looks good from outside, but secretly it destroys progress. Many people quit because they cannot do everything perfectly. If they miss one day, they feel guilty. If they make one mistake, they lose confidence. If progress is slow, they become impatient. But perfection is not required for success. Consistency is. A person who improves slowly every day will always defeat someone who waits for perfect conditions. This is why one simple rule can change your life. Never miss twice. If you fail today, return tomorrow. If you lose focus this week, restart next week. Do not let one mistake become a permanent lifestyle, because small mistakes are not dangerous. Giving up completely is dangerous. Imagine two people again. The first person fails once and quits. The second person fails, learns, and restarts quickly. After 1 year, their lives become completely different. The second person becomes mentally stronger because every restart teaches resilience. This is why disciplined people are powerful. Not because they never fall, because they always get back up. And honestly, this is where self-respect is built. Every time you continue after difficulty, you prove something important to yourself. You prove that your temporary emotions cannot fully control you anymore. Slowly, you stop seeing yourself as weak. Slowly, inner confidence begins growing. Not fake confidence, real confidence. The kind of confidence that comes from overcoming hard days. Now think about your future carefully. Imagine yourself 5 years from now if nothing changes. Same habits, same excuses, same distractions, same regret. That future should scare you, because time moves fast, years pass quietly, and many people stay stuck not because they cannot grow, but because they keep delaying growth. Now imagine another future. A future where you stayed consistent. A future where you slowly improved every month. A future where you became healthier, calmer, stronger, and more focused. That future is also possible. And the difference between these two futures is your daily actions. Nothing else. Your life is shaped by what you repeat. This is why repetition matters so much. At first, discipline feels difficult because your old habits are stronger. Your brain is used to comfort. But every time you repeat good habits, new mental pathways slowly grow stronger. Over time, disciplined actions start feeling more natural. This is exactly like going to the gym. In the beginning, lifting weights feels painful. Progress looks slow. Sometimes you even feel like nothing is changing. But after months of repetition, your body transforms. Mental discipline works the same way. Your mind becomes stronger through repeated effort. And one day, you suddenly realize something beautiful. Things that once felt impossible now feel normal. Waking up early feels easier. Focusing feels easier. Controlling distractions feels easier. Not because life became easier, because you became stronger. That is the hidden reward of discipline. It changes your personality. Disciplined people become calmer under pressure. They become more reliable, more respected, more confident. They trust themselves more because they know they can handle difficult situations without quitting immediately. And remember this carefully. Growth is often invisible before it becomes obvious. Many people quit during the invisible stage. Do not be one of them. Keep going even when progress feels slow. Keep going even when motivation disappears. Keep going even when nobody notices your effort yet. Because one day, all those small disciplined actions will completely transform your life. But there is one final thing you must understand if you truly want lasting discipline. Discipline cannot only be a temporary challenge, it must become part of your lifestyle. And in the final chapter, you will learn how to make discipline a permanent part of who you are and become the best version of yourself. Chapter 5: How to turn discipline into a lifestyle and become the best version of yourself. At the beginning of this video, you were probably looking for a way to become more disciplined. Maybe you wanted better focus, better habits, better control over your life. But now you need to understand something deeper. Real discipline is not just about waking up early or working hard for a few days. Real discipline is a lifestyle. It is the way you think, the way you act, the way you treat your future. And the moment discipline becomes part of your identity, your whole life starts changing slowly. Many people think disciplined people are unhappy. They think discipline means suffering all the time. But that is not true. Disciplined people enjoy life too. They laugh. They rest. They relax. The difference is simple. They do not let temporary pleasure destroy their future. They stay intentional with their choices. They understand that every action has consequences. Undisciplined people often live only for the present moment. They do whatever feels easy right now. But disciplined people think long term. They ask themselves an important question before making decisions. Will this help my future or damage it? That one question can completely change your life. Your future is built by daily choices. Small choices. Quiet choices. Choices nobody else sees. The choice to focus instead of wasting time. The choice to continue when you feel lazy. The choice to stay patient when progress feels slow. These small moments decide the direction of your life. One of the best ways to make discipline a lifestyle is by creating strong daily routines. Your morning matters more than you realize. The way you start your day affects your energy, focus, and mindset. If the first thing you do every morning is check your phone and consume random content, your mind becomes distracted immediately. But if you start your day calmly and intentionally, your whole day changes. You do not need a perfect morning routine. Keep it simple. Wake up on time. Drink water. Spend a few minutes in silence. Read something positive. Exercise a little. Plan your day. These small actions create mental strength. They tell your brain that you are serious about improving your life. Sleep is also extremely important. Many people ignore sleep and then wonder why they feel tired, lazy, and unfocused all the time. Your brain and body need proper rest. Discipline is not about destroying yourself with non-stop work. Discipline is about balance. Rest is important too. But rest should help your growth, not become an excuse to avoid growth. The people around you also affect your discipline more than you think. If you spend time with negative people who waste their life, complain constantly, and avoid responsibility, their mindset slowly affects you too. But if you surround yourself with focused and positive people, you naturally become stronger. Human beings copy the energy around them. That is why your environment matters deeply. The content you consume matters too. Every day your mind is absorbing information. If you constantly watch negative, meaningless, or distracting content, your thinking becomes weak. But if you consume educational and motivational content, your mindset slowly improves. Your brain becomes what you repeatedly feed it. This is why disciplined people protect their mind carefully. They understand that mental health matters, physical health matters, focus matters. Time matters. Everything you repeatedly do shapes your future personality. Many people secretly believe they cannot change. Maybe deep inside you also feel this sometimes. Maybe you look at your old habits and think, this is just who I am. But listen carefully. Human beings can change. Your brain can change. Science proves this. The brain creates new pathways through repetition. This is called neuroplasticity. Do not worry about the difficult word. The meaning is simple. The more you repeat something, the stronger that behavior becomes. If you repeat laziness every day, laziness becomes stronger. If you repeat discipline every day, discipline becomes stronger. This means your current habits are not your final identity. You can rebuild yourself. That is powerful. Imagine yourself 1 year from now if you truly stay consistent. Imagine waking up feeling proud of yourself instead of guilty. Imagine having better focus, better health, better confidence, and more peace in your mind. Imagine becoming the kind of person who finishes what they start. That version of you is possible, but it will not happen through motivation alone. It will happen through repeated action. Every single day is shaping your future self. Every habit is a vote for the person you are becoming. Every focused hour matters. Every disciplined decision matters. Every moment of self-control matters. And slowly, your life begins transforming from the inside. One of the greatest rewards of discipline is peace of mind. Undisciplined people often feel stress, guilt, and frustration because they know they are wasting their potential. But disciplined people sleep peacefully because they know they are trying. Even if progress is slow, they know they are moving forward. That feeling is beautiful. The feeling of respecting yourself, the feeling of trusting yourself again, the feeling of knowing that your actions match your goals. And here is the truth many people avoid hearing. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody can build your future for you. Nobody can make your decisions for you. Your future depends on your daily actions. This is why you must stop waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect moment does not exist. Start with what you have. Start where you are. Start imperfectly. Small action today is more powerful than perfect plans that never happen. You do not need to become amazing overnight. You only need to keep improving little by little. Some days will be hard. Some days motivation will disappear. Some days you will fail again. But never forget this. A bad day does not destroy your future. Giving up does. So keep going, keep learning, keep improving. Keep fighting against the version of yourself that wants comfort over growth. Because one day, you will look back and realize something incredible. The small, disciplined actions that once felt difficult completely changed your life. And the best part is this. You will become proof that change is possible. If this video helped you even a little, then do not leave without taking action. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell because this channel is made for people who truly want to improve their life step by step. And now I want you to comment below honestly. What is the biggest thing destroying your discipline right now? Laziness, phone addiction, overthinking, or inconsistency? Remember this. Your future is not decided in one big moment. Your future is decided by the small things you do every single day. One good habit, one focused hour, one disciplined decision. That is how real change happens. You do not need to become perfect tomorrow. You just need to become slightly better than yesterday. Stay patient with yourself, stay consistent, and never forget that the person you want to become is created by the choices you make daily. Start today, start small, but start now.